In the sleepy village of Eldergrove, an ancient legend persisted about a sinister figure known as the Hollow Man. Locals spoke of a tall, faceless entity that roamed the surrounding woods, appearing only on moonless nights. According to the legend, anyone who encountered the Hollow Man would be driven mad by his whispering voice and empty gaze. One brisk autumn night, a young woman named Claire decided to investigate the legend. An aspiring journalist, she was determined to uncover the truth behind the eerie tales. Armed with a camera and a notepad, she ventured into the woods as darkness fell, the moon hidden behind thick clouds. The woods were silent, save for the occasional rustle of leaves underfoot. As Claire walked deeper into the forest, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. She dismissed it as nerves and pressed on, determined to find evidence of the elusive Hollow Man. Hours passed, and the woods grew darker and more oppressive. Just as Claire was about to turn back, she heard a faint, eerie whisper. Her heart raced as she followed the sound, coming upon a small clearing. In the center stood a tall, shadowy figure. The Hollow Man. He was exactly as the legends described, faceless, with a dark, indistinct form that seemed to absorb the light around him. His presence exuded a chilling cold. Claire raised her camera, her hand shaking, and snapped a picture. The flash illuminated the figure for a brief moment, revealing an emptiness where a face should be. Suddenly, the whispers intensified, filling Claire's mind with unintelligible words. She clutched her head, trying to block out the sound, but it grew louder, more insistent. The Hollow Man stepped closer, his movements eerily silent. Claire backed away, stumbling, her fear mounting with each step. Desperate to escape, she turned and ran, the whispers echoing in her ears. The forest seemed to close in around her, the trees twisting into grotesque shapes. She could feel the Hollow Man's presence right behind her, a cold, suffocating force. Claire burst out of the woods, collapsing on the ground at the edge of the village. The whispers stopped abruptly, replaced by the sounds of the night. She looked back, but the woods were still, the Hollow Man nowhere to be seen. Shaken and exhausted, Claire returned home, determined to share her experience. She developed the photo she had taken, but the image showed only an empty clearing. There was no sign of the Hollow Man. Despite the lack of physical evidence, Claire wrote about her encounter, describing the fear and the chilling whispers. Her story spread through the village, reigniting interest in the old legend. Some believed her, while others remained skeptical. Months later, Claire began to notice strange occurrences. She would catch glimpses of a shadowy figure in the corner of her eye, always vanishing when she turned to look. The whispers returned, haunting her at night, filling her dreams with a sense of dread. The Hollow Man had followed her out of the woods. His presence grew stronger, and Claire realized too late that she had brought the curse upon herself. Desperate, she fled Eldergrove, hoping to escape his grasp, but the whispers never ceased. Claire's fate remained unknown, but the legend of the Hollow Man lived on. The villagers spoke of her with a mixture of fear and pity, and the woods were avoided even more vigilantly. The Hollow Man, faceless and silent, continued to roam, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too close to his dark domain.